Hi, Cindy Cross here, and today I'm going to be answering a few questions that you might be having about sourdough bread. First of all, what is sourdough bread? Well, sourdough bread is a bread that's made with a sourdough starter instead of dried yeast. So instead of that dried powdered yeast, you're actually using a fermented flour and water mix that gives lift to the bread and rise to the bread instead of it being done in a dried way. Sourdough bread also has this amazing flavour, and of course it has a sour flavour, but it's that fermented sour flavour which is fantastic. And something that you need to keep an eye out for, and when I discovered this I was a little bit irritated by it, but some places that you go to buy sourdough bread and it says sourdough on it, have a look at the label, because often it's got vinegar added to normal yeast, like dried yeast risen bread, and it's actually not fermented sourdough bread. So you might be getting it thinking, oh, this is going to be better for my health, and oh, I'm eating sourdough, this is so good. But it's just normal bread with vinegar, and they put sourdough on it because technically it tastes sour and it's made from dough, so they get away with it. Just another thing to keep an eye out for, that's all. Now I want to address the health benefits of eating sourdough bread. And for me personally, I find it's better for my gut. And let me just explain that if I eat white, sort of what I would call trashy bread, I can often have an upset stomach. When you eat a sourdough loaf, one that's been fermented, particularly overnight, is best. What happens is the sourdough starter breaks down the white flour, or whatever flour you're using, into something that your gut can absorb more easily, and you don't tend to get as much of an upset stomach from eating bread. Also on that, because it's fermented, there's actually a lot more nutrient that your stomach can actually take out of that bread that we've eaten and use it to your health benefits, versus a loaf that's been made very quickly and the flour hasn't been broken down into anything that your body can absorb nutrient-wise. So it's just another great reason why sourdough is good for you, because it's not only delicious, it's reasonably easy to make, and my methods are easy. I know we're all busy, and I'm busy just like you are, so if I'm making it, I've been able to incorporate it into a busy lifestyle and still manage to create a delicious and tasty loaf of bread that's actually going to be good for you. Isn't that nice for a change?